Hi, good evening to you. Yeah, police departments like this one were inundated with calls overnight responding to the aftermath of these storms, and they're not quite done just yet, with several roads still closed and cleanup crews working around the clock. Overnight storms keeping first responders busy along the Connecticut shoreline.
Between the hours of 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. is when we really got busy.
That's when Battalion Chief Adam Hansen says Milford Fire responded to more than 14 calls for service.
And those calls ranged from wires down to transformer fires to utility pole fires. And we had somebody call thinking that their house was on fire with a full assignment.
Many of those calls coming from neighbors living on Alden Court, where the wet weather and wind gusts took down this massive tree and all the power lines with it. Eventually, the telephone pole caught fire, burning out for hours until utility crews took over.
Obviously, there's a lot of electricity going through those lines, and most people know that water and electricity do not mix very well. We would never apply water to live wires, live overhead wires, and risk getting electrocuted.
And first responders not immune to falling trees either. This was the scene in Guilford, where overnight an officer had a close call while responding to a call for a downed wire.
And that's when he reported that he heard a snapping noise, and before he can even react to it, he had a tree across the front of his vehicle.
Guilford Police Chief Christopher Massey is thankful that officer walked away from that scene without a scratch while he was out protecting his community.
Police officers, firefighters, public works, utility workers, we need to be out in the storm. We need to be out there trying to make the roads safe.
A job that felt never ending from morning to mid-afternoon.
Our dispatcher position was inundated with phone calls, basically from early this morning until the middle of this afternoon.
Now, Chief Massey says his department also got a lot of calls overnight and early this morning of people removing cones, barriers, and police tape from already blocked off roads. He says, of course, never do this because it puts you at risk and others, and just turn around when you see those barriers to save yourself again and others. We're live here in Guilford tonight. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.